Good morning. We are about to make the wireframes for an AI product. I don't have any concepts, and we're just going to freestyle it and see what we can come up with in hopefully 20-ish minutes. So we could strap in, brainstorm together, come up with some nice little wireframes, and hopefully have something that has potential to be an interesting product that uses AI technology. So let's get into it. So I just have this board right here. Well, I'll start working from this and making variations here. These are just like some assets I like to use for wireframes in general. I like this like style where you have like nice bold text, boxes, stuff like that. So first, maybe let's look at just ChatGPT in general. It's basically like Google, right? Can you even go to google.com anymore? What's nice about Google, right? And what's nice about ChatGPT is just like the simplicity of it's like a single lined prompt. I think with other products, it's easier to get a bit more complicated. And the brilliance of the difference between like Yahoo and Google was Yahoo, like went very complex, having a lot of like things on their homepage, and Google was able to maintain literally just a search bar. So they got just into the pure value add instead of crowding it around. So I'm thinking the things I've been interested in, obviously with building the startup I'm currently building, is about project management, looking at tools like Notion or Asana or like Todoist, like how they're utilizing ChatGPT, how they're utilizing AI. I think that they're doing one from the ground up would be much different than how they're doing it personally. So I think adding it into an existing established product versus if you were to start from 0 to 1 with it would be a much different outcome. So that's the perspective we're taking. I think there is some market opportunity here. So I'm just going to keep gathering stuff. I think something actually might be kind of fun is using Midjourney and having it come up with some ideas too, right? That's like kind of meta, right? So I'm going to pull that up here. One moment. You can ignore my previous coming up with giraffes with it. But let's maybe do imagine software dashboard for productivity. I know there's better ways to have actual prompts in there. But it is what it is. While we're waiting for that, I'm just going to keep finding stuff. How long? Let's see if it started. Oh, okay, we kind of got something going already. Alright, this has potential. I wish that these came as outputs as like SVGs so we could like edit them or take more individual assets. Cause like look at that, that's clean. Ooh yeah, I like this a lot actually. Okay, so still gathering inspo for these initial prototypes. There we go. Which do we like the best? This is a tough one. Really cool. This one's really cool. Feels modern. Spaceship dashboard. Nice 3D. This one's pretty clean. And I don't know about the addition of the dark mode there, but this is cool. I can see how those might be useful charts. This one just looks maybe the coolest objectively because of how it's in this box. This is actually just like a really smart way to kind of present your designs on a landing page. So this one too, just that like 3D perspective with the drop shadow, that's very nice. This one also has that. I think if this one had this side, it would be like a clear winner. I really like the color schemes here though. This one actually looks like it might be the most useful type of information. You have things that could be charts, list views, Apple ring type of thing. I'm also getting that energy here. This would probably be the easiest to use. The thing is like going too technical, where things are like, where things, like for example, in a James Bond movie, the dashboards that they use for like spies, you couldn't actually use those in real life. Like it's too abstract. You need like very clear information. So we have to be careful with our design, how we do it. But for long-term things, these are interesting. I'll maybe just do maybe one variation on, I like 3 a lot. So let's maybe just do like a variation on 3. That being 3. Let's see what it comes up with. I might also do a variation on 4 because that was pretty clean too. So I'll just get those really quick. And then also thinking of like AI products that are doing really well right now. I guess an example would be Jasper. They use, their style probably isn't super applicable to project management. I also want to think outside of like what a board is. So not doing just a typical Kanban board in the design. Let's see if these puppies have come back. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. That's very nice. I'll just grab that. Come on, baby. And then I'll grab the last one. Nice. Some interesting things happening. If you haven't done this, like doing dashboards or product design with it, I consider this the equivalent of like a fashion show. And what I mean by that is at a fashion show, there's like, you have like this like really high end thing that's not actually usable for like you couldn't wear that in the street, right? But instead it's like, oh, this is what is possible. And it gives you an idea of like, it's like showing you what's far out there, but it's not actually usable, like these dashboards, for example. And then you can make the actual thing that you could wear day to day, that you would sell in a store, have it be much different. So that's what the purpose of using AI for design like this is right now. Yeah, these are cool. So a couple ideas. Thinking through, it's tough. Let's think through the future of project management in 20 minutes. I think the things that do exist now, I'm just gonna use this to brainstorm. There's like Kanban boards. First, let's decide if it's for an individual or for a team, and for an established team or for a new project. Because if it's for an individual, you want more of like list view, checking stuff off. If it's for a team, you need better like cross-team collaboration. If it's for a new team, it's more about 0 to 1ing on the project, versus an established team. It's gonna be more about, like importing workflows and maintaining work systems. That's also like an interesting matrix too. I'll just write this out so it helps us think about it a little bit. New team. New team, old team, or it should really just be new or old, really. And then individual. team. I'll just switch these, not that it's important, but I feel like it makes sense for that side to be new and this side to be an established team. It's actually established. Okay. So, benefits of these different parts of the matrix, not the matrix, but this matrix, are, also just add this just for funsies. You know, we really go high fidelity here on this channel. So an established team, this sort of product up here would be like, ooh, I should move this a little. This sort of product here for an established team is more like, you know, like work systems, etc. So those sort of things are like pinging updates. I'm gonna make this smaller font too, hold on. 14, can you read that if I do that? No, let's go 28. All right, no, remove this. All right, thanks for working with me. Okay, pinging updates. It's focused on the collaboration, focused workflows, blockers, planning, probably even budgeting. We're getting those sort of things for this. An established individual, so this is like, think of like solopreneur, someone who's, you know, like just starting, or someone that has maybe an established business. So things that they likely care about are automation. Let's clear this. Care about automation, outsourcing, likely, you know, integrations, priorities. Okay, yeah, that's looking good. Okay, now if I'm doing a new individual, and that is more of my focus, they want more of the 0 to 1 to 1ing, how-tos, gathering resources, yeah, it's like information, move fast, lightweight. Now if it's a new team, maybe the hardest from a product standpoint, because you're both doing, you need things that are good for discovery. But you still need collaboration. New teams also, it's like being in the exploratory phase, like a way to test or organize information. It's like build a knowledge base, which you could also like put in here. Probably true for all of them, to be honest. But for a new team also, like if you're starting a new project, you also need planning tools too. I'm just gonna write thesis. You know, your testing thesis, your thesis, and then a new team also, you're likely using, you know, you're optimizing for moving fast. Okay, see, this little exercise helps us get an idea of what sort of product each one, because if you're just saying, okay, we're going to help with project management, what does that mean? Because there's so many different needs for different types of customers. I think for the sake of this call, it's probably more useful for me to do something with the team and likely established. I think there's a lot of cool opportunities for new individual, and is likely the most fun. Like, that sounds like the most fun to me. This likely is biggest market opportunity. I feel like this sort of product, you can maybe, like, doing the thing about like building for individuals is you think about the business model. It's like, okay, this may be, people may pay like $45 a month for if it's a really amazing software that's impressive, that's like really impressive. But the thing is, if it's new, they're likely very sensitive with their wallet, versus if it's an established product or established project and they have, like, money coming in, or it's something they've been doing, they're more likely to be able to want to invest in it, versus like, oh, I'm just kind of messing around. So while this is maybe the sexiest market, likely not the best for like building a billion-dollar company. Still is billion-dollar opportunity. And then like a new team, this is more like startup. Maybe recently raised funding, or it's like a couple friends that, are like starting a side hustle together. Versus here, it might be like seed extension, A plus. So, all right, let's do it from this information. I'm now going to take this and magnify it a bit. And it would be fun to even like go through and build something for all of these too. Okay. So, market, established team. It's like C plus. C plus, 10 to 25 people. The main thing I think that makes sense to focus on is planning. Wait, it already is bolded. Planning. Cool, like automated sprint planning. Blockers is also important. Easy pusher to team. Focused workflows. I think you just need an opinionated workflow. And then some collaboration, easy assign stuff. Pinging up days, likely push to Slack. I'm gonna assume that people are using Slack. I'm gonna ignore this for now. Just do strike through. No. What's the shortcut for strike through? Whatever. Okay. And then we could V1 knowledge base. Let's maybe. Okay. So with these, I'm just going to put this here so I could see it right next to it. The screens I'm just going to build right now. Team dashboard, which has blockers, planning view, give you updates. We also need, it also needs prompt. Looping is also important. So what's repeat work? But then I'm also an individual in a team. Individual workspace, personal productivity, because you can do some interesting stuff there. Repeat work / approvals. Blockers, requests coming in. That'll, I guess, be our collaboration element. Anything else we could think of? We're ignoring budgets. I think it's probably good. So we'll just do these two. That's probably enough for this call at this speed we're moving. So now I'm going to take I'll take this one. It's nice. I love this style of wireframes. I'll take that too. Bring you on over. Okay. So, well, this be team dash. Let's start with team dashboard, right? Team dashboard? All right, let's do it. Team dashboard. Okay. That's their name. Likely have some sort of description underneath. I'll just center it for the sake of this video. I'm guessing there would be some sort of meta information here. Not super important. Just kind of get an idea. And the things that we have: blockers, planning view, updates, prompt. So for prompt, that's, I believe, our bread and butter here. Oh yeah, this is smart. Oh, I like this. I could like search all company information, stuff like that. That could be really cool. It's like, let's go 18. I'm also going to make this a darker gray. Too dark. Let's make it informational. It's meta information, but also it's like you could do, you know, so you maintain a Google element of simplicity. So I could go in here and be like, generate a report about our user growth. Stuff like that, because we'll be able to play with all the information that you have. So I guess this also needs like a data studio type of thing, a connection to it. All right, let's do planning view at top, just because. I think that's likely high priority stuff. I can imagine there being like not Kanban, like these sort of things here. You know, like this is a bit of what we're building here. sort of like circle thing. Since it's just a rough prototype, we're not worried too much about making it look super cool, although it will look cool. We have that sort of information here. I think this also is has a lot of potential for a planning view. This also has a lot of potential for a planning view. I mean, should we just literally do this? Also just grab this one. Alright. Where's the second one? There. Okay. Sorry, my computer isn't super fast when doing this while recording, but we make do. Alright, we could imagine things like that. Insightful data, view here, maybe consider it like Google Analytics, etc. Opportunities, since it's using AI, to use some like really cool design, but need to maintain this clarity and clearness. Nice drop shadows, you know, stuff like this. This planning view. We have to go all caps, right? If not, what are we doing? You can imagine some things that you might want to put in here. Planning view. Probably like some like the personal updates thing could be like you don't technically need the personal updates on the team dashboard, do you? It's more about team stuff. So we'll actually have that be, I guess it would be team updates. Okay, I can get down with that. Team updates. It'd probably be like more of a list view. Thought I had a good kind of is a bit like a ledger maybe. How tall is this? 32. Those the same size. Maybe just preview 4 for this wireframe. I'll do 6. I'll do 6. Some variants. I'm imagining this kind of being like a ledger. Things that are relevant. We can group these now. How does this align with this instead of left? Okay. Hopefully we can make this artboard bigger with no disturbance. Yes, we can. Nice. else do we need? Prompt. You know, we can actually just turn this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna not copy that one. Let's turn this into the like blockers. I actually think this has potential too. What I have here with these wireframes, how they already are actually. It's the template. Well, that's actually better for approvals and loop approvals. Okay, I'm gonna wait on this actually. This piece I'm gonna sit over here because I think it'll be useful. But I will use this one. Oh, what's up with my cam? Oh, it's just so laggy, sorry. We're just putting in so much work. The computer can't keep up right now. Hopefully these videos are useful enough to where you're not tripping about this not being a $1 million setup. But, okay. See, we're starting to have some shape happening. Planning view, team updates, having blockers, this like bigger internal prompt. I think this has potential here. All right. Now, let's make what we've all been waiting for, which is the personal dashboard. I'm gonna bring over just that mini PRD here. When like making a new feature, like, you know, this is a nice system. It's really quick, get out ideas, start putting stuff together, then you can see how they all work together. Then we can be like what we like, what we don't like. I think it's a great system for moving quickly, getting work done, testing out ideas, experimenting. Still going all caps, let's go. All right, personal productivity. So let's take this here and just turn this into our checklist. And move these things out. That'd be cool if it just takes top priorities today. I could just sign on here, see exactly the things that matter today. 6, probably even too many, but it can aggregate. These are things I owe my teammates. These are things that I need to do. It understands, you know, like my milestones. I think this alone is an interesting sale. It can be pretty big. We got text in here. Top priorities. I feel like this is the right method for approvals. I think this is big with workflows too, where like you owe your teammate an approval or they have some work that's assigned to you. These things can happen here. I think that the idea that I'm getting in that's in relation to AI though is for example, if like once a week I have to like make a meme, what's that? If once a week I have to make a meme about um, my company or something, for example, these could be repeat loops, and I could then see the meme that was generated from the AI, and I can approve, kind of do what we did with Midjourney, get a variation, etc. So that's what this is hinting at here, which I think is like some pretty top-notch functionality. So you can get into a whole dashboard dedicated literally just to that. And then, let's see. I feel like blockers. Let's just do this right here. Just have it be like blocked or something. $36. We're almost done. So close. Let's do this one. Let's grab that, come over here. Have different items here listed. Nice. Just align that there. I'll just go centered for now. Probably shouldn't be centered, but that's okay. The personal dashboard there. Team dashboard, personal dashboard. Blockers on the team, team updates, planning view. I like to go team updates maybe bottom, so it could be more of an infinite thing, because the blockers, I mean the team updates, if this is actually acting more like a ledger, there might be 100 items, versus blockers, hopefully you're not having 100 blocks. But could move like a Netflix, like side to side, etc. And then the key here, too, tier. Just group these. What's my biggest priority today? Who do I owe work to? Can you generate a tweet for me and connect it to a specific task? Like this is, I think, this is where the magic's gonna happen here. These could be modular, being able to update them. I'm gonna guess. I mean, the main difference with what we have here and what we have like here isn't huge, right? Like you could see how this product could be useful for different types of teams and different types of individuals. But yeah, I'm already seeing a bunch of ways to upscale this. But you know, we've been at it for 40 minutes. I think there's a lot of good ideas in here. This is a solid enough V1 to be able to start making variations. And then also you just see like that process we just went through. Like let's actually go through it. We literally took some screenshots, did a little bit of work with Midjourney, scoped out all the different feature sets for different types of customers, picked a target market, got deeper into what the actual feature sets are, quickly just put together wireframes, and now we have like an idea of what the product might look like. You might look like this and be like, oh, like this doesn't look good. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but you're like, oh, I would do this or I would do that. That's the key. The main thing is getting, pen to paper. You can even do this by hand if you want. And that's actually what I recommend most, but hard to make videos like this. But doing pen to paper, get some ideas out, put it out there, and then you can start optimizing. You could do 50 different versions, make it 10% better each time. Just keep optimizing, keep optimizing, keep optimizing. And then when you're ready and you feel like the product feels really good, then you can get into, like making it look like this. That's not my specialty. I'm lucky at Wonderverse we have an amazing designer, Ben, our head of design, who is just like fantastic, and he could make something like this. But you don't start with that, because first you have to understand how the things work together, where's the value in the product, etc. So, when people ask like, oh, what does it mean to do wireframes? How do you 0 to 1? How do you do R&D in a startup? Like, this is how you do it. And then, show it to customers, get feedback. I would do a more polished version first, but show it to customers, get feedback, and then when you think you do have a really big market opportunity, put it in production, get that thing built, go for it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching. I have fun making these videos. Hopefully they're useful to you. It's really more for deep startup nerds, for product nerds, people that are really passionate about building products, building things, wanting to make the world better through, not only through software, but just through collaboration. So this is for you. Hopefully it's helpful. If not, it's all good. At least you learned something that this wasn't helpful. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Let me know your thoughts, your ideas, how you would improve this. You could even take this concept, take a screenshot, make some optimizations, show them to me, pass it back to me, and I'll pass it back to you. So until next time, my friends, don't stop building.